last couple of days.
Market in plan.
The first of 10, back Rocky is the leader. The data man close on the inside of Python. Moving up to the leaders is Nevenden. Chase Me Charlie and Frambozen Boy come next. All safely over the first. Slight mistake in mid-division by Floody Yates. They're going to the second. Back Rocky. Nevenden goes up in between horses. The data man leader. Python tracks them in fourth, and then Frambozen Boy as they reach the second flight. Nevenden jump to the front from back Rocky, and down at the back Early Derby. Going to number 3, last in this line, and the leader is Nevenden. Racing on ahead of the field. Back Rocky is second, and third is the Data Man. As they prepare now this significant one to the fourth flight. Jamie Hayes, the rider of Early Derby, walks back into the ambulance. In the lead is Nevenden. A couple of lengths clear of back Rocky. Data Man next with Python. On the inside, Frambozen Boy, and then Chase Me Charlie at Cheap Thrill and Awfully Star, and then Clarence and Flurry Yates. Raymondstown next. Couple of lengths back to, on the inside is Kingsgate as they straighten for the fourth. Nevenden in the middle of the track is the leader from back Rocky. The Data Man, the striped colours away to the inside of Python, and then Chase Me Charlie, Frambozen Boy at Cheap Thrill, Awfully Star and Flurry Yates and Clarence, and then Raymondstown and Kingsgate and Elios Dobrell, Cork Beg and Hard Target, the stable companions at the rear of the field. As they pass halfway, circuit in front of them, 5 flights left to jump in the second division of the John B. Keane Maiden. It's Nevenden the leader, Mark Bulger. Leaders are beginning to stack up heading to the 7 furlong point. Back Rocky and Python come next, and then the Data Man and Chase Me Charlie. Next is a Cheap Thrill. Heading for flight number 6, 5 from the finish. Nevenden with going second, and then back Rocky, who's lost a spot. The Data Man is fourth, and then Chase Me Charlie and a Cheap Thrill. Frambozen Boy, Flurry Yates, Awfully Star and Clarence, and then Raymondstown, Elios Dobrell and Kingsgate, and then Cork Beg and Hard Target. Down the far side they go, 4 flights left to jump. It's Nevenden a length in front of Python. Another length to back Rocky, then Chase Me Charlie and the Data Man, and then on the inside is Flurry Yates with a Cheap Thrill. 3 to 4 lengths to Awfully Star, and then Clarence. Frambozen Boy is beating a retreat, and then Raymondstown. At the flight, just over 4 furlongs from the finish, and the field is getting strung out once more. It's Nevenden, stalked at the 4 mark by Python, 3 lengths to the Data Man. In fourth place and driven is back Rocky, and then Flurry Yates, a Cheap Thrill, Awfully Star, Wakening, and behind them is Chase Me Charlie, and then Clarence. Heading for the home turn, 2 to jump, and it's Nevenden joined on the turn in by Python. In touch in third is the Data Man. Flurry Yates runs on into fourth, and then back Rocky and Awfully Star. In line for the final 2 flights, and Python takes up the lead from Nevenden. The Data Man stays on the outside, then Flurry Yates is Python and the Data Man on the outside. These 2 in front of Nevenden and Flurry Yates as they head for the last. It's Python in front from the Data Man. Both crashed through it inside the final 150 yards, and it's Python in front, driven out by Donny McInerney for Mick Winters. Second, the Data Man.
Market suspended.
Yeah, it's a good performance by Python. He